This channel is for educational purposes only. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. This is Joe Rabil. So today what we're going to talk about is the 7 keys to improve your ability to have success with individual stock investing. All right. Now, this isn't necessarily applying to trading, although a lot of the things could be applied to trading. This is definitely more for when we're looking for something we're going to put away for a little bit and see if we can't build some wealth buying an individual pattern. All right. There is nothing more important than understanding that when you're trading longer term, right, using longer term time frames, you're trying to build wealth with that. It's not necessarily an income producer. It is a wealth producer. All right. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Now, if you want to learn more about these techniques, you can you can click the link in the description and find out more about my book. And I think that is a good place to start. Now, if you do enjoy this content, please hit that like button and also subscribe. Okay, so if anyone is on this channel looking for fancy animations and stuff like that, I think they know that anyone who's been on this channel for a while knows that I just don't do that. I just kind of nuts and bolts here. So let's just start with the first thing, and that is to be a bottom-up investor. All right, and what that means is that you want to look at a lot of individual stocks, and I tell my subscribers they want to go through a specific list. Now, it doesn't have to be a massive list like I go through. I'm looking at 2,000 to 3,000 stocks, but what you could do is have a list of 100, 150 or something like that with different representation in each sector and sorted by sector. All right, and that can give you a real good feel, especially if you're looking at market leaders, as to what's taking place. So I like to look at it this way. Instead of looking at indices down and then we come up with the sector opinion and then look at individual stocks, which is the way a lot of people do it, I actually look at thousands of charts, all right, and then and I do that by sector, and then I come up with a sector opinion, like what sectors are rotating or looking strong or looking attractive, and then I put out the individual stocks that on Wednesdays that look attractive from that standpoint, and then from the sector standpoint, I can have an opinion on the indices. It'll help me build my case for the indices. It doesn't mean that I'm not looking at the individual indice charts. I still do that, and obviously do that for my subscribers. But you're going to do a lot better by looking at the individual names, and it's also going to help you. And you need to understand a few things about the individual stocks, right? We're looking for if we can find individual stocks that have nice base patterns, okay, that are showing signs of a compression and it's starting to emerge, looking at a 2 time frame pattern here, using MACD and ADX to confirm that, then we can make money in the market, and it doesn't really matter what is taking place from a general market standpoint. And I'll give you a good example here as we go on to number 2, which is looking for independent movers. All right, stocks that are kind of doing their own thing. Now, I'm looking at an ETF of the SLV. Okay, well, I mean, the SLV is an independent mover to the market. It's not going to, it has very low correlation to the market. It can act as a hedge sometimes, this SLV, the Silver Trust. And if you notice the way this played out, it was a 2 time frame low ADX condition, and we had this green bar breakout, which is where I entered this ETF. And I'm still in this thing. I've taken some profits, yes, and I've cut it back, but the reality is that it's doing something independent of the market. It doesn't look like the market at all, okay? It did its own thing. It's moving its own way. We want stocks that move based on their own merit, doing their own thing, all right? That is really going to help you in terms of making money no matter what the market is doing. That's our goal here, all right? And once we have that, then we're going to have a lot more success. We're going to mix in winners even if the market's going through a decline or a correction. I've had certain stocks go up 50%, individual stocks that have nothing to do with like gold or silver or anything like that, that went up 50% when the market dropped 30 or 40%. All right, so it can happen. I'm not saying that happens a lot, but you can put yourself in position by looking at a lot of individual stocks, looking at relative strength, looking at ADX and looking at MACD and helping you come to conclusions based on those individual stocks. And then especially if it's a group move, if you got a sector move or an individual industry group inside of a sector that looks attractive, then that really helps build your case. All right. The third thing is that you do have to do your work, right? You got to look at lots and lots of charts. It's really, that's kind of what my subscribers get from me. I'm helping them by going through lots and lots of charts for them, all right? For them to go through as many charts as I do, I mean, it would be very difficult. They'd spend a lot of their evenings having to go through. They wouldn't be able to spend time with their family and stuff like that. So that's kind of what they're paying for, is that they're getting the cream of the crop. And I'm basically saying these are the sectors to be on the lookout for. And it sometimes, like this past year, it'll switch quickly. And other times you'll be like, wow, I mean, the problem with the metals is once they broke out and got away, they didn't really offer another entry, but a lot of great patterns were developing for months and months before that took place. And those are the kinds of highlights that I would do. All right, but you got to look at lots of charts to be able to see that. So that's a key as well. Another one is making sure you're looking at multiple time frames that have some length to it. So you want to look at a 10-year 10-year monthly at a minimum, okay, and then a 2 to 3 year weekly, and I like to have them side by side. Now, most of you know I use a four chart quadrant typically. I'm highlighting the monthly and the weekly here mainly because these are the keys to longer term investing, and I know that I use these in conjunction with the daily chart to help with, if you want to play for intermediate term moves, that's fine. But in terms of looking for longer term plays, we want to look at the monthly and the weekly and make sure there's some signs of confluence there. All right. So make sure we're looking for these monster bases. The bigger the base, the wider the foundation. It's like a foundation of a building. The wider that foundation, the bigger the building you can build. All right. The same thing with stocks. The higher it'll go with the bigger the base. All right. So we want to look for those 3 to 4 year bases and then show signs of emerging out of that with relative strength and with signs of momentum improvement. All right. Now, one of the keys, I think, to any type of investment strategy is having patience. But with this type of strategy, you really have to have patience. All right. I mean, I'm talking about looking at a stock, a sector, or in this case, an investment trust, and having to wait for months and months until it actually triggered through a key level. All right. I mean, you have to have the patience to recognize that you don't need to jump the gun. You don't need to feel like you're missing out or anything like that. You just wait for the market to come to you. And this, or an individual stock, if you have a stock that is meeting your setup criteria, but you have to wait for the trigger. Okay. And a lot of cases that on a monthly, weekly, again, that can take weeks or months. So you got to be patient enough to be able to wait for that. And if you can do that, you're really going to improve your entry. Once you improve your entry, your entire trading, everything in your trading will improve. And the reason is that traders are much, much better when they're trading from a winning strategy, meaning if they're in a stock that is a winner, all right, it's up. Even if it's up by just 3 or 4 points, you are a better trader when that's happening versus when you're in a stock and you're down 3 or 4 points, all right? You haven't hit your stop, but you're down in the trade. That is where mistakes come in. You start thinking of ways to either get out or what is wrong? What did I do wrong with this? All these things start to pop into your head when you're at a loss in a trade. So entry can really help you, even if you just get off to a quick, good start. That can really help with your overall trading psychology and how you handle your trading plan. You need to follow your plan, and when you're at a slight gain, you're going to have a much higher probability of following that plan. All right. Number 6 is we can't get consumed by every tick. All right. If I'm watching every tick in this SLV, I'd have been shaken out 3 or 4 or 5 times. I mean, I got in this here. Look at these big drops through this. Look at this monster drop here. But I followed my plan. I'm not getting shaken out based on any kind of a specific move. I'm not letting the market movement, if a market drops, get me shaken out of any specific stock. I certainly wouldn't do that in silver, but I wouldn't do that in an individual stock either. I don't want to let the market dictate what I'm doing in an individual stock, but I certainly don't want to let these little movements, these drops, and sometimes big drops, shake me out of a pattern. If I have a long-term trading plan in place, I don't want to get shaken out of it. All right, that is a real key to being successful. I see this is probably the biggest problem I see across different types of trading strategies. All right, people get in a setup and it triggers for them, and it is a good trade, but it starts out with some volatility and maybe even a move against you. And again, that's where poor trading comes in, where you're at a loss in a trade quickly and you're looking for a way out. All right, you either take the loss before it hits a stop, or you raise the stop and get stopped out. All these different ways to get you out of the pain of being in a losing trade. All right, so we need to avoid that by understanding that once we put a trade on, we let it go. We let the trade go, let it play out, follow your plan, and when you do that, each one of these little ticks don't bother you. I mean, trust me, I was like that when I was looking at stocks. I was a trader. I was a short-term trader, a day trader for a very long time, and now I've gotten to the point where I'm very, very comfortable letting these stocks work against me for a little while. It takes some time. It will take some time, but you need to incorporate that in if you're going to ever hold something that's going to build wealth for you. All right. And then the last thing is you want to manage each individual trade individually, right? I mean, in other words, when you're in something, you don't think about what the market is doing and saying, well, if the market goes through a correction, then I'm going to exit all my stocks. All right. Now, I know there's a lot of people that like to do that, but I would suggest to you that if you have a good plan, you will be stopped out and protected by using a good stop loss strategy. And that's how I through the years, when a market goes through a very serious downside correction, really a bear market, which is what you're really trying to avoid, are the bear markets. All right, the deep ones, the ones that really go down for a couple of years, those are the ones that are really going to hurt. All right, the strategy that I provide is going to, you're going to be stopped out of everything when that happens. All right, but if you have a stock that's going up and the market's going down, you shouldn't be taking that stock out just because the market's dropping. All right. So make sure you're following each individual these 7 different points. They're going to help you very, very much in terms of being successful at managing a portfolio of individual stocks for building wealth. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.